All right, the time is 7:33. I'll call this regular business and public hearing meeting of the mayor and council to order. Today is Monday, August 10th, 2015. All members of the mayor and council are present. First, for our invocation tonight, we have Barry Nicholsberg. He's a Snellville resident, and he's a cantor at Temple Beth David here in Snellville. He's also the director of development for the Carter Center. Mr. Nicholsberg.
Mayor, members of the City Council, I hope you'll forgive me. This is the first time I've ever done an invocation. The one I've chosen to do is one that's just over 3,200 years old. We're still getting used to it in the Jewish religion, but I think we're getting a handle on it. I'm going to do it in English and in Hebrew, not simultaneously. And it's all of 3 sentences long, in part because I have very little patience. Yivarechacha Adonai v'nishmarechacha. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai pana elecha v'kumecha. May the Lord make his face to shine light upon you and be gracious unto you. Yaseh Adonai pana elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Lord lift up his face unto you and give you peace. Amen.
That was lovely. I know Ms. Harrington is difficult to say no to, so we appreciate you being here tonight. We now have the announcements, which I don't know what I did with. The Board of Appeals will meet tomorrow at 7 p.m. here at City Hall. The work session will be at 7 p.m. and the meeting will be at 7:30. You can watch a rebroadcast of this council meeting on August 23rd on Comcast Channel 25 at 6:30 p.m. On August 24th, we'll have our next regular session of the mayor and council with a 6:30 p.m. work session and a 7:30 p.m. meeting. Planning Commission will meet on August 25th with 7 p.m. work session and 7:30 p.m. meeting here at City Hall. It is election time here in the city of Snellville. We will have qualifying for candidates interested in the post of mayor or of council member. That's post 1 and 2. Well, that's going to be a special qualifying. There'll be a different qualifying date. Qualifying opens Monday, August 31st, 2015 at 8:30 a.m. and closes Friday, September 4th, 2015 at 4:30 p.m. Any person desiring to run for office shall qualify in the office of the city clerk by filing a notice of candidacy. Candidates must pay a qualifying fee for mayor of $180 and for city council member $120. And this notice is given pursuant to OCGA section 21-2-131. That is all of tonight's announcements. Excuse me. Now for the pledge to the flag, we have Scoutmaster Rick Minersman and Troop 588 from Annistown Baptist Church to lead us in the pledge to the flag. If you'll come forward, please. Thank you. You picked a great meeting to come to tonight. It's nice and short. For ceremonial matters, we have Resolution 2015-012. This is a resolution for the Snellville Farmers Market Little Free Library. It reads, whereas the Little Free Library movement began in 2009 in Hudson, Wisconsin, when Todd Bowl built a model of a one-room schoolhouse as a tribute to his mother, a former teacher who loved reading, and the structure was filled with books and put on a post in his front yard with a sign that said, "Free Books." Whereas the mission of the Little Free Library Project is to promote literacy and a love of reading by building free book exchanges worldwide. Whereas the mission of the Little Free Library Project also includes building a sense of community as skills, creativity, and wisdom are shared in the construction of the libraries. Whereas goals of the Snellville Farmers Market include building a sense of community and promoting well-being among the citizens of the city. Whereas a group of local residents worked together to create a Little Free Library for the Snellville Farmers Market, including Kurt Schultz, who coordinated the project, Tim Ford, a local craftsman who built the structure on a wagon base for portability, Kirk Bice, who painted the roof and walls, Gene Baldwin, who added the decorative painting to the structure, and Susan Chapelier and Lynn and Dennis Lawton, who donated books to start the library. Whereas this Little Free Library now holds charter number 27437 and the Little Free Library Organization. Whereas the Snellville Farmers Market volunteers encourage market visitors to take a book, return a book, and whereas these officers have gone above and beyond the call of duty by providing assistance and support on their own time. Now therefore be it resolved that the Mayor and City Council of the City of Snellville do hereby declare August 15, 2015 to be Little Free Library Day at the Snellville Farmers Market. Resolved this 10th day of August 2015. Do I have a motion to approve Resolution 2015-12?
So moved.
There's a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Witz. Is there a second?
Second.
Excuse me. Seconded by Councilmember Emanuel. Any further discussion of council? All those in favor of passing Resolution 2015-012 signify by raising your right hand. That's 6 in favor. All those opposed, that's 0 opposed. The resolution stands approved. And is Mr. Schultz, is Mr. Ford, who's going to accept the resolution? Mr. Ford, Mr. Schultz. Let me get something.
Tim is the one who made this little structure for us. Gene and Kirk painted it, and the books were donated by Susan and Lynn and Dennis. So anyway, that's the decorative side, and then of course we got our official little plaque out there also for. Who am I presenting to?
And now for the minutes, do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the July 27, 2015 Business and Public Hearing Meeting?
Motion to approve the minutes with corrections provided.
There is a motion by Councilman Emanuel. Is there a second? Second by Councilman Howard. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. That's 6 in favor. All those opposed, that's 0 opposed. The motion stands approved. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the July 13, 2015 Executive Session Meeting?
Motion to approve the minutes of the July 13th executive session meeting.
There's a motion by Councilman Emanuel. Is there a second? Second by Councilman Howard. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. That's 6 in favor. All those opposed, that's 0 opposed. The minutes stand approved. We have no invited guests tonight. Now for our committee department reports. First, we have the Planning Commission. Mr. Williams is here, but you're going to go ahead.
Joe Williams, Snellville Planning Commission. Our last meeting, all we did were we finally passed our bylaws. It was the first regular scheduled meeting that we have come to. We had a lot of special call meetings over the last few months, but it's the first time we've had an opportunity to vote on it. And we also elected new officers. Our next meeting, which is coming up August 25th, the only purpose for that meeting is we'll be vetting an application and interviewing a person. We only have one that'll be there, so we'll be vetting that one person and presenting that name to the mayor and council. Any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Congratulations on your continued chairmanship. We then have Kirk Bice here with the Art Commission. You have a report, Mr. Bice?
Good evening. The Arts Commission has been very busy, has a lot of things coming up also. We've been working on the mural on Highway 78 after a long time of running into problems getting folks out there and things like that. We've had a lot of very positive feedback once we have gotten going again. As I understand it, there was one couple that's concerned that there were some dark and ritualistic things about some of the figures on there, but I can pretty much assure you that the Arts Commission had no evil intent when they were designing that, and we presented to you about a year ago. I think it had more to do with the fact that the wall is 42 inches high, was really the thing going on with that. But it has a long way to go still. We're planning another painting time on August 22nd at 9 a.m. I'd like to see a lot of folks out there for that as we continue. I think the next thing going on is either the community garden or the farmer's market. I'm not sure which of that is up next. Coming up, we've got an art talk on Monday, August 31st, for artists to learn more about the business side of art, and that's on Monday night here at City Hall. On August 29th, we've got a summer fundraiser show, which is a comedy called Occupation Murder, and it involves the audience. It's over at Summit Chase Country Club, and we'd like to see lots of folks out there. October 3rd, we're planning an Art on the Lawn outing where we'll have several artists out here on the town green for folks to come up and enjoy that evening. We still have the Snellville Proud posters for sale to anybody who's interested in those. We've got an art walk that we're just now starting to plan for the downtown Snellville area. And that happened last Thursday, but we'll be talking much more about that in the near future. Placing art pieces around the Snellville area to try to get folks into the downtown area. And our next meeting is a week from tonight. We never seem to make the agenda for the announcements. I'm not sure why, but our meeting is a week from tonight, 6:30 in the community room. So we appreciate your time. Any questions?
How are you doing on your labyrinth?
The Labyrinth right now, as far as I know, it's all a go. We've talked with Eric Van Otteren, who I haven't seen here, but I think it's scheduled to start in early October.
Excellent, congratulations.
Yeah. Anything else? Thank you.
There will be no report from the URA tonight, and there will be no report from the DDA tonight. Mr. Kirkland and Mr. Scott are not present, and so that brings us to our city manager's report. Mr. Sanders.
I just have a couple of projects to report on. First of all, on the Town Green Improvement Project, which includes things such as wall, new landscaping, a lot of electrical work, and some brick paver areas, in addition to the Veterans Memorial Park across Oak Road. That bid is out in the paper, out for public notice. We are trying to find as many contractors, interested contractors, as we can. We ran into a little problem the last time that bid was out. But one thing that I really wanted to do was thank publicly the Georgia Department of Transportation. That project, we knew, the Town Green Improvement is scheduled to be done this fall and next spring and complete. There is a major intersection project being accomplished by GDOT at 78 and 124, the CFI project, which is scheduled for construction in 2017. We knew that project was going to impact the work we did on the green. GDOT has been nothing but very cooperative in conversations and permitting. We are coordinating the green project with the work that was going to be done on the CFI in the green area, so it will only be done once. We won't do the green and then tear it up again for the CFI. And, GDOT had to kind of maneuver around some of their conditions and rules and regulations, and they've been great to work with getting to this point. So it makes a lot of sense. It's only done once. They have accepted our plans. The GDOT improvements will be in our bid package, and everything will be done one time, and it will be included in the green. The other, we have 2 sidewalk projects which have started. One on 78 from South Gwinnett High School to Rockdale, the other on Oak Road from the racetrack down to Mountain View. We have contacted and talked to most of the homeowners. We have the easements in hand. We've had one meeting for the 78 property owners. We have another meeting this week for the Oak Road property owners. I think everybody is approaching that very positively. There's not property acquisition that's necessary there, except for 2 small parcels. We're just looking for easements, temporary construction easements, to build the sidewalk. Those are going to be 2 very good projects, working with the county on those, and you'll hear more about those in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sanders. We have no consent business. We have no old business. That brings us to new business. Consideration action on Resolution 2015-09, appointing Phyllis Richardson as absentee ballot clerk. We're going to do this by motion to postpone. Am I going to withdraw sponsorship? Do we have an opinion as to that?
I believe we spoke at the work session. We're going to postpone until the 24th.
Okay, there's a motion to postpone by Mayor Pro Tem Woods. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Emmanuel. All those in favor, signify by raising your right hand. That is 6 in favor. All those opposed, that's 0 opposed. The motion stands approved. That is the end of our agenda. That brings us to our council reports. Mr. Witz.
No report.
Well, I was going to say no report, but we don't have our defibrillators here yet, so I don't know. But I think I'll go with them, and we'll keep this short. No report.
A short report, but a happy one. So just indulge me in this story. Earlier this year, my brother was here visiting me, and he visited the Veterans Memorial. And he sat for a while, and he read all the names, and he looked at the plaques, and he looked at the water and the eternal flame, and he was very impressed with it. And he actually sat there for a while, and it was quiet enough that he could kind of go back on memory lane. My brother was a lieutenant in the Navy, and so he had a lot to think about. He had 25 to 28 years. I'm going to say he retired at 28 years. But anyways, the last time I saw him when I was up in Norfolk, he said, "Diane, I really liked the memorial. I want to contribute something to it, but I just don't know what I want to give yet." I said, "Well, you always give money because they have to keep it going. There's maintenance on it." "Nope." He said, "It has to be special." I said, "Okay." Well, he never discussed it any further with me, so we didn't talk about it. Then the second time I had to go up to Norfolk, he said, "I really want to do something. I want to contribute something, but I just don't know yet what I want." Well, that afternoon, we went through my mom's hope chest. And in the bottom of the hope chest was something very special. And we both kind of looked at each other, and he said, "This is it. This is what I want to donate to the Veterans Memorial." And I said, "I think that's an awesome idea, Tom. That's really awesome." He said, "Will you take it back to Snellville and will you present it at a council meeting? And I said, yes, I'll be happy to. And he said, give it to the person that's involved in the memorial, that takes care of it and does the maintenance. I said, I can do that. And so tonight, I'm going to present something, but I'm going to tell you the rest of the story. In 1991, in Desert Storm, my brother was on the carrier, the USS Saratoga, and each month a flag was flown for just that month, and then it was taken down and it was presented to someone on the carrier. The flag for January of 1991 was presented to my brother. And so I'm sure you all have guessed the rest of the story. And if Tom will come down, I would like to present Tom with the flag that flew over the USS Saratoga in January of 1991.
Wow, that is,
Is that awesome?
that's very special.
So he hopes that you will choose the month that you would like to fly it and keep
This,
track of it. And maybe November might be a good month.
I
Veterans.
think this flag will fly every Memorial Day and every Veterans Day for as long as we have this flag and we have a memorial.
Good. I'm sure he'll be pleased.
I ain't following that. Safe going home.
I have no mayor's report for tonight, so that brings us to public comment, and we have Mr. Harrington.
Robert Harrington, 2368 Bradford Lane, Snellville. I addressed the mayor and council in the following statement. I would like to address the mayor and council regarding the mural that is being painted along Highway 78 east of Henry Clower. I have received calls from several residents of the city over the past few weeks wanting to know why, out of 32 images of men, women, and children, 16 are headless. One of the individuals that called me was a person in the ministry. The person indicated that the mural looked satanic and ritualistic. I totally agree with the person's assessment. Question, was anyone of the mayor and council approached for approval of the mural, or was the Arts Commission given carte blanche? Imagine a first-time visitor driving in the city down Highway 78 and seeing this painting. They would have one of two reactions. One, think it was a joke, or two, be totally shocked and repulsed that we would consider this art. I strongly recommend a review of the wisdom of the subject matter. In my opinion, as a resident of the city, this is totally objectionable and in bad taste. I would hope those involved would have the wisdom and courage to rethink how they wish to have our city appear to others. This is my opinion and does not reflect input from any other person. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, City Councilman. My name is Rita Blake, and I would like to, if at all possible, if I could speak with the residents versus speaking with you all? Turn around? Okay.
The other way, maybe
Oh,
better.
sorry. That way? Good evening, residents. My name is Rita Blake, and I just wanted to... Thank you. I'm so nervous. I wanted to speak to Snellville citizens about my experience that I have had as a leader in my community. My name is Rita Blake, and I live in Schuyler's Mills subdivision, and I've been a resident for 30 years. And I have been very lazy during my time here in Gwinnett County. I've never met the mayor or the city councilman, but I was elected president of my community. And during that time, I have experienced working with the mayor, the city councilman, the governor's office, and I just wanted to come out and really thank all the people that have made my time as being a president just been quite rewarded. My time would be up in December of 2016, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to come out and thank everybody that have made my job quite rewarding as a leader. I would first like to thank Code Enforcement. They were the first group that I called contact regarding some issues that we had in our community. And I must say that they have been my Bible in terms of everybody else that I have reached out to that have come into our community and made our community a better community. When I speak of Code Enforcement, anything that is going on in your community, whether it's anything related in the mayor's office, the governor's office, Snellville Police Department, anybody, they have a plethora of information and they would get you to the right contact person. And anything that's going on in your community relating to their services, they would come out that day within 24 hours. And when I speak of Code Enforcement, I'm referring to John Dennis and Jason Thompson. Jason Thompson is here, if you can kind of wave your hand a little bit. Though that would be the first contact person that you would want to contact. Officer Green, Captain Thomas, Captain Perry, Officer, I can't always pronounce his name, Concepcion. Just anything that's been happening in our community, they come to our community meetings, they come out respectfully, they email us, everything that we need, they have provided for us. Snellville Public Works, Craig Barton, Gail Johnson. If there's potholes, you need signs removed, those are the people that you want to call. Same thing, they be out in no time at all. Mayor Krause, Kelly Krause, has been spectacular. She has come to all of our meetings. She's come to my home. We wanted to put street lights in our community, and the city picked up the bill for the street lights. So we want to thank her for coming out, providing that service for our community as well. I would like to thank the city manager, Butch Sanders, came out one evening, him and his lovely wife, to drive through our community at night to make sure we had all the lighting in the right places. I would like to thank Melvin Everson. He's the director for the governor's office. Again, working with the DOT, there's a sound wall in front of our community. We wanted to remove a portion of that damaged wall into our community. We have been given the approval that we're able to do that. So the list can just go on and on my experience as being a leader in my community. We would like to expand that leadership out into the city. So we know that you all are going to be campaigning, and we would be happy for any of the city councilmen to come into our community. We only require that you bring food and cocktails. I meant sodas, I'm sorry. So I just wanted to come out. Think about myself. I just wanted to come out and just express my thanks to everyone here. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen.
And Ms. Blake, we appreciate that. I know, however, that when other people in your neighborhood weren't willing to step up, you did. And so we also appreciate the leadership you've had in your community. So thank you for your service. No one else signed up. Is there anyone else that would like to make public comment? Seeing none. The time is 8:03 and we are adjourned. Have a good evening. Thank you for coming out.